Hey fellow problem solvers, today we're going to do Fusion assignment number 9. We're going to draw this Tower of Hanoi. There's a base plate, 3 dowels that are identical, and 6 rings. I have a written description of all of the dimensions on here. I'll put a little clip in right here. You pause the video and get those descriptions down. You want to sketch it out first and then go ahead and draw it in Fusion, and then I'll get started in Fusion 360. Okay, here I am in Fusion 360. I got a series of 8 videos just to kind of get started learning how to draw in the CAD CAM software. First thing I'm going to do is create a folder Fall 22 and then create a new folder number 9, Tower of Hanoi, and keep everything in here. So all these things you always got to start right away with file management. And under document settings, I want to make sure I'm in inches. Okay, a little bit of thinking before I start drawing it. The standard is the way you're going to put it down. This will be the front view and this is going to be the top view. So I want to draw it that way. And I'm going to be drawing multiple components here. So the first thing I'm going to do is go create. I'm going to create a new component. I hit OK. And then I want to create a sketch. And then the sketch I'm going to draw down here, flat down on the bottom plane. So X and Z. And then I'm going to create a rectangle snapping at the origin and going out this way. And it is 4 units down and then 12 units long. And let me zoom with the roller mouse a little bit. And then there's my base. I'm actually going to finish that sketch right there. Not the component, I'm going to finish the sketch. I'm going to extrude it up 3/4 of an inch. So I want to pull it up 3/4 of an inch. And there's my block of wood. I'm going to create a new sketch on the top of this. So I go create sketch. I want to make sure I grab the top of it. And then what I want to do here is I want to create some construction lines for the center of my dowels. So I'm going to create a line over here to construction. I'm going to snap on the midpoint at 2. And I'm going to go over 2 inches and then click. And then I'm going to go over 4 inches and click, and then another 4 inches and click. Now right click OK. Those are construction lines to set the center of my circle. I'm still in sketch mode. I'm going to keep these lines here because they're going to constrain where those circles are. So I'm going to hit circle. I'm going to snap at that endpoint. Oops, this is not a construction line. So I got to turn construction line off. And then the dowel is 3/4 of an inch, 0.75, click, yeah, 0.75, click. Now I'm actually done with that sketch. I'm going to hit finish sketch. And then I'm going to extrude. I'll go to my home screen and I'm going to extrude this circle. So I click on it, control the second circle, control the third circle. I'm going to be drawing it down and it goes into the block a 1/2 inch, so -0.5, and enter. And then there's my block of wood. I could do some chamfers around the base or something else, but that's good. Okay, so that's my first component. Now I'm going to create my second component. So I go create component. This is going to be my second component, okay. And I'm going to draw the dowels, and I'm actually going to draw them in place. So I'm going to go create a sketch, and I got to make sure I'm at the bottom circle here, and I can't quite get it. So I'm going to grab the corner and bring it. So there I am. Now you can see you're on the bottom of the circle. So it's pretty key. So I'm going to click on that circle. I'm going to draw a circle of diameter 0.75. And then I'm actually done with that sketch. And then I'm going to extrude that circle up 3 inches. Enter. And then now I'm done that component. So my base is my first component, my dowel my second component. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go up to my original file here. I should save it, but I'm going to hit this, and that's going to take me to my solid model. Now that I'm in my solid model, I'm going to click on this dowel, right click, and then move copy. That's going to pull up this right here, I want to copy not a face, but a whole body. So I select bodies. I want this right here, a translation, a linear translation. And I'm going to select my dowel. And I'm going to create a copy. And then I want to move it over in this direction 4 units. So I go 4, and then that should do it. And I'll do that again. I'm going to select that, right click, move copy. I'm going to select the bodies. I got to select that whole body, linear translation, and that thing's going to go over 4 units as well. And I hadn't hit create copy, and there's create copy. So okay, so now I have my base and my dowels. And then I'm going to create the rings now. So those are going to be a new component. I'm going to go create a new component. This is component 3 because the dowels were repeated. That's okay. And I'm going to create a sketch. I want that sketch to be on the top of this block, on top of my base block. So there's the top plane right there. I'm going to select that. Make sure I got the right plane. Yeah, I do. So I'll go back to the top view. I'm going to create a sketch. It's going to be a circle. And I'm going to snap right there. I'm going to draw it out. It's 3/4 of an inch. I could make it a little bit bigger so there's play on there. But in this case, I'm just going to hit 3/4, enter. And I'm going to create another circle right there. And this bottom circle has a 4-inch diameter. And then I'm actually done that sketch. My home view. And then I'm going to extrude that sketch up the 3/8 inch of the wood. So 0.375, or I could enter that fraction, 3/8, enter. So it looks pretty good. I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to create a new component. And now that I created that, I'm going to go create sketch. I'm going to snap on the top there. I'm going to draw another circle at the origin, out 3/4, and a circle. The last one was 4. This one is 3.5. And I'm all done that sketch. Back to extrude, and then I'm going to grab this one and extrude it up 3/8 of an inch. I do this a few more times to get the other couple of rings. Okay, so I've drawn all 6 rings, going in a 1/2 inch on diameter each time. Inside circle is the same. I made the MDF base look a little bit like MDF. I clicked up here to get the whole body. If I want to make the rings look a little different, I could click on this ring, right click, go to appearance, and then on the appearance, there's like a powder coat. There are a lot of different things. I'm just under paint, powder coat. And it's really just to make the rings all different colors. We'll make one more white. I'll just give you an idea. I'm all done creating it. Now I'm actually going to go and create a working drawing. I'm going to go design, drawing from design. I'm going to actually put this on A-size paper and a landscape view. I'll hit OK. I think we'll try a size of 1:2. Could be a little crowded, but we'll try that front view right there. Create a top view right there. I think we'll be able to fit it in there. And I'm going to do one more view. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to create an isometric here. I just drop it, check mark, right click on it, and then I go to edit. And then this is going to be a lot smaller in this edit view. So this I'm going to do maybe 1:4. Let's see if it'll fit in there. Yeah, 1:4 will fit pretty well. I'm going to shade this one so I get an idea what it looks like. Move that ISO into the upper right-hand corner. That actually looks pretty good. I want to make sure I have my name in there, my part number, what it is. I need to type in inches down here. I'm going to have to include quite a few dimensions. Under dimensions, I think I'm going to start, let me see how I do this. I'm going to start at the bottom here and dimension that one at 4. That's a pretty good place to show those 6 diameters there. I think I'll also put the diameter of the dowel up here. So there's the dowel. Now once I have that in there, I'm going to double click on that dimension, and then I could actually add, I'm going to go X3 on there. And that allows me to say that all three dowels are the same. So that's what that X3 is about. I'm going to put some linear dimensions in. I'll snap that corner to that corner, drag it down. I don't want it to cross anything. That corner to that corner. Be nice to go from there to there. So I need a linear dimension from here to there. That's 2.5. I'm going to put in the dimension to the thickness of the disc, and then I'm going to put in X6 to say all 6 discs are the same. And then I think really the only other dimension I have is the thickness of the board, 3/4 inch there. So that's really kind of what it should look like, and I do want to put some notation. All right, well, thank you for watching. Hopefully this was helpful. Starting to get a little more complex in drawing in Fusion 360. It's pretty easy software. It's just time at the wheel. You got to draw a lot to start getting fast at it.